Alright, so it is day 61. And I got a sub from Subway. Big surprise, right? But I got an idea in my head about this one. I got to prepare this particular sub. There's some things I gotta do. Never mind. How do I put this in a way that don't sound dirty? There's some things I gotta add to it. There you go. uh, just teasing. Y'all don't care if I say there's some things I gotta do to it. I know. You know what I mean. But anyway, I got me a veggie sub, and Shell don't get too happy because I got plans for this veggie sub, and there's a reason I got it with all vegetables. Let me get on to it and show you what I'm talking about here. Alright, so Subway may not support me, but I support them. I introduce to you the very first ever Carolina barbecue pulled pork sub from Subway. Now, if Subway ever comes out with this, I'm gonna sue them for copyright infringement. Or can I do that? Can I at least claim royalties off of this particular sandwich? I don't know. But I tell you what, that mustard-based barbecue sauce on this sandwich with all them vegetables on there is good. This is the this is the genius of the latchkey generation right here. Always thinking about how to prepare some foods and making it better or different. This is how we grew up, doing some crazy stuff like this. But that pulled pork, I tell you what, that is unbelievably good. It tastes better than what I thought it was going to in my head. It even makes little dogs beg for it. You can't have this little dog. This got jalapenos on it. The last thing I want you to do is get a hold of some of them. I ain't chasing you around with a scoop all day. He was already eating a little earlier. He didn't offer to share none of his food with me. I was like, "You're eating when the hadn't opened yet. I'm going to sit here and eat in front of you." Didn't you, Oscar? I wanted to do this yesterday, but things didn't work out for me in that way yesterday, but they're rolling right along today, so I'm glad to finally be able to share that with you. Too bad I can't actually share it with you. I mean, but you got the roast idea from me the other day on how to do that. You can either do that in your pressure cooker the way I did, or a slow cooker, whatever you have. Either one works. And then just go to Subway and get your favorite vegetables. Plus some bread. And you'll have you a Carolina pulled pork. Carolina barbecue pulled pork sub. This is the best latchkey diet idea I've ever had. My sisters will be proud of me. They used to come up with ideas all the time for different things we could eat, to keep it interesting, because we didn't have much to go on, but we kind of blend things together to make something new. And that was a skill I picked up, as a kid who let himself in the house after school. So that never goes away. Y'all, that is so good. You just don't know. I outdid myself this time. It's like eating something brand new. Because I guess in a way it is. Subway's changing their image, I see. I don't like the new look of the Subway with all the green and the changing of the logo. I like the classic look. I think that is a mistake. They should hire me to change their image. Now, they may have had a pulled pork sub come out at some time that I don't know about, but I bet it ain't as good as mine. Man, if I didn't have some self-control going on, I would go load that other half up now and eat it. That's what I'm eating later. This is my 2 meals for the day. This one now, it is 10:51 a.m. And I will eat that other one later. What an outstanding idea. I can't even keep my chain of thought like I normally do or say anything motivational because this is just killing me how good it is. I really enjoyed that. But you know what I also enjoy? I enjoy watching my friend Rowbean.
So I'm on day 2 of intermittent fasting. I just checked my BMI, which is way high. I weighed myself yesterday. My weight hasn't changed over the last few months. I currently weigh 212 pounds, and I'm 5'3", 5'4". I said 5'3". So I've got a huge BMI. My BMI is 37.6. And I should weigh somewhere between 104 and 141 pounds to be considered, healthy.
Alright, so it is 2 p.m. on the dot, and I'm going to go ahead and eat this sandwich and close my eating window a little early today. Now, Rowbean, she gave me a little bit of a scare. I know she talked about the Super Bowl weekend, and said that she may have went a little overboard during that weekend, and I didn't see her video for a while, and I was genuinely concerned for her because I want to see people succeed, because I want to succeed, so I know I'm not the only one out there who wants and feels that. Hold on, I don't know how to deal with my drink. Oh, there it is. Duh, if it was a bit, it would have snaked me. Or something like that. I want to see other people succeed too. Some people only show their arrogance through their own weight loss success, and I am sad to say that in my youth, my extreme youth, when I was a teenager, When I lost weight, I had that same vanity about myself, and now that I've experienced this up and down in weight all my life, I'll never be that way towards someone again, because karma is a thing, and I want no part of the bad end of that karma. But she did come back, and I was happy to see that she had posted a video. And not only had she come back, but her success was continued, not just in the fact that she had lost some more weight, but she had also kicked the smoking habit, which I got this vaping habit that I really need to kick as well. It's not quite on the level of smoking, because I was a smoker for so many years, but it's still just replacing a habit with another habit. The only difference is it doesn't make me stink, but it's still a nasty habit, and that's something I need to kick, and I'm thinking about it, okay? I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I mean, very inspiring, her story. I mean, it's hard to put yourself out here. Well, not me. I'm an exception to the rule. I put myself out there regardless of what I look like. I'm trying to do better. That's a part of this too for me. But it's hard to put yourself out there when you're unsure of who's going to be receiving it on the other end, because there are those nasty, ugly people out there that are just willing to try to ruin your day. I'm too happy-go-lucky. You're wasting your time with me. Too happy-go-lucky for that. But you got to admire the courage of someone who's willing to put themselves in front of a camera with weight still on them and talk about it. That says a lot about a person to me, because I've said it in the past. You never know who you're watching, how they really lost their weight. I trust. I can't say all, because some of them, are probably pretty genuine, but it's so hard to tell. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who's just so willing to gain social clicks and stuff like that they're willing to put themselves out there with their bikinis on or whatever, just so they can try to gain attention through a specific form of diet. And there's many out there, so I'm not going to name a certain one, because there's many out there, and people are going to click on it and watch it for that reason. So you got to respect someone who's willing to put it out there, and knowing that you're not going to get it, because I'm going through that too. I'm never going to look good in that bikini. And yeah, so there you go, right? That's never going to happen for me. But you got to admire someone who puts themselves out there, lets you see exactly what's going on with them, and bring you progress and updates as they go along. You are my people. And I've seen so many, do long fasting, and water fasting, and then jump on a paleo plan talking about I'm doing it all through paleo. Oh yeah, well what was all that water fasting about then that you did for 2 months? Come on now, I see you. I know what you did. uh, and then the weight slowed down to a complete crawl after switching to a specific plan like that, and thinking you can still eat throughout an entire day without putting a fasting window in place. I mean, I've seen people on all walks, shapes, and forms of different diets try that and struggle without a fasting window. And then the ones who claim not to have a fasting window, they probably do and just don't say. The reality of food and diet is hard, jagged pill to swallow for some people, but the truth of it is you got to cut down on no matter what plan or lifestyle you're doing. Now, I understand there's a lot of health benefits to eating something like a vegan diet, or even even something like a keto diet has its certain benefits toward people who are diabetic and stuff like that. But at the same time, the weight loss part of that is not going to do it by itself. Not without putting some cutting down into your diet. It's just not that simple. But anyway, I'm going to finish this because I was about to get into what I want to talk about in my afterthoughts. And I will come back to you with more on Rowbean in a little while. Alright, so it is the end of the day, and it is time for the afterthoughts. So, this morning, Rowbean, I'm not sure what her name is. She hasn't revealed a name as of yet that I have discovered within her videos that I've watched. And if you have, I do apologize for that, but if you haven't, that is okay, because I too just recently revealed my name to my audience within the past 2 weeks, because for a while there it was just me putting myself out there and only having one commenter, but over the past 2 weeks I have one or two commenters, Tiff and started with Tiff, and then it was Tiff and Shell, and then it was Tiff, Shell, and Miss Betty, which I have done videos on all three of those. And now you, Miss Rowbean, welcome to the cool kids. But yeah, I mean, oh, I lost my chain of thought. What was I saying? Oh my god. But anyway, like I was saying, putting yourself out there. Yeah, that's what I was discussing. Yeah, I just recently put myself out there as well, so that is okay. That is understandable. You take your time, and when you're ready to let people know who you are, or even if you don't, that's still okay, because we are here for you. We have been supporting one another here lately, and it's awesome to have someone else on board with the same like-mindedness. Now, Rowbean and me were talking a lot this morning through my comment section, and their comment sections. All of your comment sections lately have become a place of gossip for us as well. So we communicate a lot through YouTube's comment sections amongst our own channels, and I think that is fantastic because you really don't see people doing that much out there anymore. I mean, people just leave a little slight comment about how good your video was, or great to see you back, or something really short and to the point, letting you know they're there, and that is great too. Those are very appreciated, don't get me wrong, but there's something special about holding those conversations in the comment sections, because by Rowbean and myself, and I guess I need to call out her entire channel's name. Jeez. Let me find it even. Yeah, it's her full channel's name is How It's Going with Rowbean. How It's Going with Rowbean. And I'm going to leave a link down in the description for that channel. And go show her some support, and I'm sure she will show it back to you. Alright? That is how we are rolling now. But during those comment conversations, she mentioned, some things about, how her health was improving, how she thinks this diet saved her life, that she was headed toward diabetes, and I feel it. I can feel it. I've said, in my videos that I used to do keto, and I've got myself out there on camera. Like I said, I'm going to do a keto comparison one of these days. That's coming, let me build up some more support and stuff, so before I throw stuff like that out there. But in my keto videos that I put out there on a different channel, I had explained to the audience, and this is all facts, the reason I started keto in the first place was because I heard that it was good for GERD, which is heartburn. Really bad heartburn. I had some really bad heartburn, and it was so bad to the point where I would be asleep at night and it would just ease into my throat, and I would wake up choking and gagging off of that heartburn. It was so terrible. It was horrible, to the point where you'd do anything to get rid of it. And that's where I started my keto journey. The weight loss, part of it was a bonus to get rid of that heartburn. And I'm telling you that the keto worked a charm for that for the longest time, until I came to the plateau. The heartburn eased back in, even on the keto diet, but it wasn't to the extreme that it was, I guess because I had had some weight loss and my body had adjusted to it in a different way. But the world opened back up. I've said it before, the kids had to go back to their day programs in school, and all of a sudden I was not at home to cook every day. I was on the road a lot, and keto was just became, with gas and everything else, it was already more expensive, when things weren't as high as they are now. So when the world opened back up and the gas and the groceries started going up, keto had to go. It had to go. I can barely afford to eat cheap food anymore. Regular cheap, not cheap food, but just regular food, anymore. But I've seen that all those keto channels that I used to follow, that they all practice intermittent fasting. It was crazy. It kind of, enraged me a little bit that I wasted all that time, when I could have just been intermittent fasting in the first place. And I'm here to tell you the heartburn is gone. It is gone. Something like that barbecue with that barbecue has, brown sugar in it and vinegar. Something like that, 2 months ago, back in December, would have set me on fire to where the point I would have to take Prilosec in order to calm it down. And Prilosec does not kick in very fast. It takes a day in your system to even kick in. And I got some gallbladder issues, so I can't take Prilosec on the regular, because if I do, my chest will start hurting. I've been to the emergency room, to figure out what was wrong with me. I've had the dye run up in me and everything. Had to walk the treadmill and all of that stuff, just to make sure it wasn't heart problems. And it turns out I've got gallbladder issues. Not to the point where I have to have it removed, mind you, but they do exist. And Prilosec, if you take it every day, will make you where you don't have as much bile, which is the job of the gallbladder, to work with the bile and all of that and stuff. And that's what caused my chest pain. So when I take Prilosec, I have to take it kind of as needed, and then back off for a day or so before I take more, or else suffer those consequences. And trust me, I don't like those consequences. They are terrible. But here's a new commercial for you. How about this? Go intermittent fasting and don't have heartburn in the first place. I love it. And when she was talking about, those health concerns, I said, I'm doing a video on you today. You just give me something to talk about. And that is what I wanted to talk about. The heartburn is gone. It's so wonderful. And I don't have to eat a specific keto diet anymore. I cannot believe I have not mentioned this to my audience already. So you there, Rowbean? This is why community is so important, because I never thought to mention the heartburn. I could show you a clip of when I first went on keto. My very first video that I did when I was talking about keto, it was about the heartburn. I told my audience it was about the heartburn. It was the main reason I was going on it. And I haven't had it in like weeks now, and I forgot I even had the issue. That's crazy that I forgot to talk about that. Because that's all I used to talk about in my keto videos. But yeah, man, I forgot all about having heartburn. I forgot I had heartburn. Can you believe it? But I don't. I haven't experienced it since December, since I started this intermittent fasting. I mean, it must have kicked in right away for me to miss that topic. Now, like when I had the chicken liver and stuff, I did experience some slight heartburn, but nothing to the point where I couldn't deal with it, and it didn't last, and it went away. This is nuts, man. I can't believe I forgot to discuss the heartburn issue that I had. That's the main reason I ever started wanting to lose weight in the first place. But this has been a journey, and and I'm glad I got people like you out there to help remind me of the things that I need to talk about, because through y'all's experiences, it helps me reflect more on my own experiences, and that's a big part of it. Trying to get healthier and be able to eat whatever the heck I want, because I ain't spending that expensive. I ain't paying them expensive prices for those special diets. I'm sorry. I'm not buying the grass-fed butters and the grass-fed yogurts and all of that stuff. I mean, those skinny people that are already in their bikinis can have all that. I'll just eat the poor man's yogurt and butter. I'm good with that as long as this intermittent fasting keeps it all in check for me. I'm as happy as I can be with it. My grandparents lived into their 90s and ate that way all their lives. And they are the ones that taught me about intermittent fasting. Like I've always said, it didn't have no fancy name. It didn't have a name. They just told you, don't eat at night, boy. You better quit snacking in between them meals. You better quit eating at night time. You eat when food's on the table or you don't eat. Those were my elders. And they were right. They were right. And at some point, I got into a phase in my life where it doesn't matter what they had said. You can do your own thing. But without people like that to guide us, people have lost their way. That's what we got Miss Betty for, to guide us along the way. She was there a little before I was, and we're lucky to have this support group of people. I'm telling you what, I'm humbled by it all. That's all I have to say for now. Until tomorrow, y'all have a good one.